NFC wild card matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So go. Right, 90. Watch the run. Watch the run. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Switch. 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 Under crush. Under crush. Under crush. Shit. 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 5.
And again this time to the tailback. Call it no gain on the game's. First play, and it's 2nd down now.
There we go.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy.
Here's Locke. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete.
I'm all over you.
A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Let's go, Mexico.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another 1st down run right there.
Go. 627. You ain't going nowhere. Showing it.
Right back to him on 1st down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Say, switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Check. Motion out of the backfield.
22 jet bomber.
42. 12. Check 26.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
6-6, bullet high.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. You gonna see me in your night.
Hit it.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. They find some open field here. A big play there by Gordon. 41 yards on the ground. What a big run there to get out from the shadow of their own end zone. The defense is probably thinking, hey, let's pin him deep. Not the case.
You're exactly right. When I played, we used to have a defensive coordinator in these situations who would call the defense and tag onto it, get a safety, push them back. And sometimes you overcommit on defense, and it worked against them in this play.
Here we go.
Offense worked it out very, very well.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey.
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Got it.
50.
Greystone travel.
Man, that's trash.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. He's got Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
Alan Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Let's go now. 8, read. 61, matchbox, lights. Hey, Echo.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
I don't even know why this
5.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, Delta.
51's a mic, boy. 51. Too little, Cupcake. Right here.
From the gun, Daniels. There goes a deep ball into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and a big turnover. There as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position we were able. Be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Check out. 540. 11-3.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Get wide. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I
On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he is going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Who draw Porker?
Back. He's checking. Crash.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Check it back.
And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses just sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and inches.
The offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now a handoff looking right. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Check 31.
Hey, wahoo! Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Now Rashad Penny. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Rashad Penny, 30 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. General West. Get it.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 10 Lobo. Recon, 132 fighter.
58, right over there. Right?
Yep.
Mike, 58, right there. Hit. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Hey, high 7.
To throw on third down, Daniels. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Now.
58 to Mike, 58.
Hey, Alpha.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Going 58 to Mike. Get that quarterback at all costs. 58.
5.
On 4th down, Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the...
Accelerating, and off he goes. A great play there. 60 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Daniels going deep here for Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Allen, the intended receiver. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the screen. Pass. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Back to throw. Love. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Come on, fellas.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey,
Dude.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. The 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Mike's 49. Mike.
On.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
Off of play action. Luck. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
Let's go.
T.Y. Hilton there to make the grab. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is Penny. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
58, the money.
61, matchbox lights. Hit it.
On second down now, it's Gordon. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Hey, Haywood.
On third down, Daniels. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Indianapolis.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
We own them. 11-3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
Monday.
Luck now to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go, Mexico!
On second and 7, Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a handoff looking right. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Check hot route. Hot. Switch.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Situation. Let's go. Check.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
40, check out. Right, 40. 12.
Check 50. Kill.
Blue draw quarters.
Kill.
Right, protection.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Let's go.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Check 13.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's got to be frustrated. Bottled up for the 3rd straight play. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting up.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Walker, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
No, it's nothing.
Ready, set.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Kill. Under 10, 10.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Bring it up. At their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Back to throw. Daniels. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Shoot.
On 4th down, Daniels.
Tight down. There you go.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Look, squeeze. Yes.
On 1st down, Daniels. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check, got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check.